Hey, Shalom. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kahudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Yahweh, being in the name of God, who the world ignorantly calls God. Bahashim, in the name Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Again, it's not God, it's not Jesus Christ, it's Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names of the Heavenly Father and His Son. And those are the names you are going to need to call on in these times to come and save you. Again, it's not God, it's not Jesus Christ, it's Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. They coming back to redeem the 1/3, the elect, Judah, the so-called Negroes, Benjamin of the West Indian Jamaicans, Levi the Haitians, Gad, I don't know if American Indians, Issachar the so-called Mexicans, Reuben are the Seminole Indians, Zebulon is Guatemala, the Panama, Ephraim is the Puerto Ricans, Manasseh is the Cubans, Simeon is the Dominicans, Asher is the Colombian to Uruguay, and Naphtali is Argentina and Chile. These are the 12 tribes of Israel who are big brother Yahweh Shai is when they come redeem 1/3 the elect and 2/3 are slated for the destruction. Now, I just wanted to jump into a little, quick lesson, basically going into that all the afflictions that we go through and all the hardship and pain that we go through on this side is only for a little moment, which worketh us a greater glory, and that's just us being in the kingdom, us being with Yahweh Bashim Shah, us being at peace. You know what I'm saying? We got to go through these afflictions to receive greatness, We got to go through these things. The elect is going to go through hell and hot water. It ain't going to be an easy walk. Ecclesiastes, the 2nd chapter, the 1st verse says, "My son, if thou come serves the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." Temptation goes into testing. So it's testing our faith, seeing if we're going to hold on strong to Yahweh Bashim Shah, And when we go through these things, we must think like Job. Job kept his integrity. He never looked away from the Lord. He always called on him. They still reference him. He still, exalt his name, even when he went through his afflictions. So we got to be like Job in this thing, man. Job, when he was brought to a low estate, and he still held down for Yahweh Bashim Shah, the Lord blessed him with more things than what he had, 10 times more, And just to think about us, the things that we go through now today, shit, Yahweh Bashim Shah is not slack concerning his promise, so he gonna look out for us. He gonna make sure we all right, We just need to establish that in our minds to keep us going, Keep us going and keep us fighting. And everything that we go through, all the pain, hot hell water, the hardship, sorrow, all that stuff that we go through on this side is only for a little moment. And that's what patience goes into. It goes into suffering. Endure, Endure goes into suffering as well. We got to endure these hardships and pain, man. But I'm going to jump straight into it. And I hope it be edifying. This is 2 Corinthians 4:17. It says, "For our light afflictions," see, it said light afflictions. This is light, It says, "which is but for a moment." It's only for a little moment, man. It's small, It says, "worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. It says in the NLT, it says, for our present troubles are small. You know, these light afflictions, these small troubles is small, man. It says it won't last very long. It won't, you know. As it says in 2 Corinthians, the 2 Peter's 3rd chapter 8 verse, the day of the Lord. Matter of fact, I don't want to butcher. This is 2 Peter's 3:8. It says, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. It's like it's really like today type, you know. In the NLT it says, but you must not forget this one thing, dear friends. A day is like 1,000 years to the Lord. See, a day is like 1,000 years. It's not that long. It's small when you go into the spirit realm. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go to the spirit realm, it's on the earth. It's like 1,000 years on the earth, but up in the spirit realm, it's like you came tomorrow. If that makes sense. It says a day is like 1,000 years to the Lord, and 1,000 years is like a day. See? Let's go back. But these afflictions and things that we go through is small. In the NLT, in 2 Corinthians 4:17, it says, for our present troubles are small and won't last very long, yet they produce for us a glory that vastly outweighs them. Outweighs what? The glory outweighs, you know, the troubles and small afflictions that we go through. You know, it outweighs that glory. And that is the kingdom, man. That's getting the victory. And will last forever, you know, and the kingdom gonna last forever, man. We ain't gonna go through no hell and high water no more, man. This is our last captivity, you know. Everything, like, I know brothers be catching hell, brothers be going through it, you know, and most brothers got illnesses that they go through. You know, we gonna be all right. Yeah, how about Shema Shai is gonna heal us from all our wounds and pain, man. You know, how about Shema Shai is gonna look out for us, man. You know, he keeping us strong, you know, in this truth, and keeping us pushing, you know, brothers with illnesses and stuff like that. That's why it shouldn't be an excuse for anybody else not to be out here prophesying, you know, preaching the word of Yahweh Shema Shai in righteousness, you know. Brothers have illnesses and they still out here day in and day out, week in and week out, in season, out of season. You know, they got illnesses and still out here preaching for Yahweh Shema Shai. You know? Let's look up a word. To accept or tolerate delay or trouble or suffering without getting angry or upset. You see, It said to tolerate delay, trouble. You gonna tolerate delay. Things might be delayed that you trying to do. Your money might be delayed. The trouble, you go through. Having to deal with, the police messing with you half the time. Or whatever you going through, suffering. That's what patience goes into. Let's see if they give us some more. The ability to accept delayed suffering or annoyance without complaining or being angry, Patience goes into suffering, man. We gotta be patient when I change to a lower state. And cleave unto Yahweh Shema Shah. Let's look up that word cleave. It says join, stick, to stick, to join, to stick. That's good. It says either to stick together or split apart. I ain't looking for that other part though, to split apart. It says to either to stick together. It was one in here I used to always get. It was one they always said, like a child stick close to his mother. Yeah, here it is. It says to stay very close to someone, children cleaving to their families, to stick closely to something. And that's what we need to do. We need to stick very close to Yahweh Shema Shah to receive that protection, that guide, the hedge. Okay, that's what we're going to need in the times to come. We need to stick on to Yahweh Shema Shah more and more. That's why we go through these afflictions. It's grooming us, making us stronger of what to come. Let's get another one. It says, this is for the word endure. Suffer something painful or difficult. It says to remain firm under suffering or misfortune without yielding. Though it is difficult when we must endure, it'll be difficult when you're going through these afflictions, man. It's gonna be difficult. It's even difficult dealing with the illnesses that brothers have. It's difficult dealing with your kids or your wife, your family. Difficult having money, food in the house. People don't have brothers don't have a place to stay. It's gonna be difficult. But we must endure these things. We must suffer until he return. Until Yahweh Shemashah return. We gonna go through hell and hot water. But if we endure until the end, we're gonna have that crown of life, man. This is what we need to be holding on to, these precepts, these scriptures, this truth, But the scriptures say, hold on fast to what thou hast, that no man take that crown. Hold on very strong to the scriptures. The words of Yahweh Shemashah. Let me get one more script. Cool. This is Romans 8. And 18. I love this scripture. It says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. The sufferings of this present time is not worthy to be compared to the kingdom and what is to come, It's not worthy to be compared to that, In the NLT it says, yet what we suffer now is nothing compared to the glory he will reveal in us later. And who is that he? Yahweh Shah. What should he reveal it to us later? The kingdom. Us being joined with him. All the suffering is nothing. It's not worthy to be compared to that. That's why we must go through these things to receive glory, a victory too, Us hold on very strong to Yahweh Shemashah and cleaving unto him while we're going through these afflictions and pain and sorrow, And when we go through these things, it's just showing that we are children of Yahweh Shemashah. That's all it shows, If what the scriptures say, if you be without chasing, ye are bastards. It's showing us that we are a child of Yahweh Shemashah. That's Hebrews the 12th chapter, starting at the 6th verse. But we gotta continue to cleave to Yahweh Shemashah, stay close to him. Hold on strong to this truth as we go through these afflictions and endures, patiently suffering until he returns. But I hope this little lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makav, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the whole elect. Shalom.